Alright, welcome boys and girls from YouTube. My name is Sloth and this is a SlothForge. And in today's video, I want to show you a guide and a strategy to farm the Grave of Rot. And this is a strategy that works for every single difficulty, and it is a very free-to-play friendly strategy as well. Let me show you the team real quick. Oops. First things first. There are two heroes that are absolutely mandatory when it comes to this team. One of them is an epic hero, and the other hero is a hero that is actually free-to-play friendly because every single person should have gotten this character on the second day of playing, if I'm not mistaken. And these are the two heroes that are absolutely mandatory. Then there are some other heroes that are easily changeable for a lot of different options. I am using Mithrasia, but of course she's a pseudo-exclusive, so this is a bad example, but there are thousands of other examples. The very best example, in my opinion, is Catherine, and she is also just an epic, so she should be very easily acquirable for most players out there. What makes her so great is that she, on the one hand, is healing very good. She heals for very high amounts and in an okayish, it is a very good range in my opinion. It could be way smaller, it could be a single target heal, but this heal is actually very good, and it also grants debuff immunity, which is very convenient when it comes to this stage, or when it comes to this boss, to this dungeon. So I would recommend to use Catherine, but you can also use many other different heroes. The only very important part is that they are ranged. So you cannot use something like Cilia or Garius because they are melee and therefore the strategy does not work. But Catherine is ranged. You can use Gillian, I think the Radiance lady is called, or you can just use Mithrasia if you are lucky enough to own her. She makes the run even more reliable because she gains invisibility, and this is what the whole strategy is about. We want Thia and Torrin to apply invisibility and to keep this invisibility up for the whole fight, or nearly the whole fight. And this is mostly the team. Now we just need a little bit of damage, and I am using Ivelios plus Tarivol. Sadly, I cannot use Nasty J, I cannot use Sutha, I cannot use Garrett, because, once again, they are melee, and this strategy only works with ranged heroes. And this is because of Thia's ultimate. She grants invisibility and debuff immunity to all ranged allies. So only the ranged allies get invisibility, and this is why this team is only working with ranged heroes. And then Torrin, on the other hand, as well, just places invisibility on the whole team, except for the hero that he gave the mark at the beginning of the turn. But if you place him in the first row and no one stands in front of him, he does not place the mark and therefore plays invisibility to the whole team. And this is the whole idea of this team. So let me show you this real quick. Now for this run I am using Mithrasia because she just makes it a little bit more convenient for me, especially since I'm farming stage 18. But this works 100% easily fine with Catherine as well. So let's have a real quick look at the gear. Thia, not Catherine, sorry, Thia. She's very important. You need 40 skill haste plus another 90 skill haste from the artifact Hourglass. It works only if you have this combination. So you can either use a positive rune with very good rolls on skill haste. But the easiest way to acquire this 130 skill haste is by using 2 skill haste sets. I am using the Cyril's Whisper and the Radiance of the Blue Oak set. But you can use any set. You can also use the purple gear. You just want to have 2 sets that both give 20 skill haste and then the hourglass on plus 16. So you have an overall skill haste of 130. Then you can recycle her skill on the perfect timing. The other hero is Torrin. He also needs a little bit of skill haste, or actually the easier way instead of acquiring skill haste on him is just to use the burner artifact. You just want this burner artifact on plus 16, so every time he uses his ultimate, the wearer's ultimate energy gets refreshed by 9%, so then you can perfectly time his skills as well. And this is the skill timing that you are going to use. If you have the exact timings I just set on Thia, you use her first cast at a default speed and recast at the typical 18 seconds, just to keep in sync with the boss. And Torrin, you want his first cast after 14 seconds and then his recast after 18 seconds, so he keeps in perfectly sync with Thia as well. And Thia should cast her ultimate after 8.4, 8.5 seconds, and therefore there is a 5.5 seconds difference between both of them, which means that you have the invisibility buff up for nearly the whole fight. So now I am using Mithrasia here, but like I said, you just can use Catherine as well. And if you are using Catherine, it is highly recommended to have another 60 skill haste. So I am doing this by using 1 skill haste set. So in this example, I'm using the Holy Hunter. And now you have 2 possibilities. You can either use a second skill haste set and use a positive rune with enough skill haste, or you just can do the very easy way if you are lucky enough to have this artifact as well. This artifact is plus 16. It grants another 40 skill haste. So you could use this artifact as 1 skill haste set, and then you have another 60 skill haste. So Thia can use her skills on an 11-second first cast and then default or the recast at the classical 18. So if you are using Thia, and most likely you are going to use Thia if you are not happy enough to own Gillian or Mithrasia, just use Catherine with an 11 and 18-second recast speed. So alright, let's get this started. Let me show you this team real quick. And this is it. It's a very easy strategy. And the idea is, if your whole team is invisible, the third skill of this weird abomination, I have no idea what this actually is. It looks very great, but I have no idea what it is. And the third skill of this boss is not able to devour any target because everyone is invisible. And this is the whole idea of this strategy. So this is what I've meant when I said the strategy on the one hand is very free-to-play friendly, because you just need Thia and Torrin, both very easy acquirable heroes, and some damage dealers. And these damage dealers are the way harder part of this team actually, because this is not the fastest run and stage 18 is the highest that I can farm right now, because you need a healer, so you only have space for 2 damage dealers, and it is not that easy for 2 ranged damage dealers to deal more than 6 million damage. But it is obviously possible, and if you have problems with farming stage 18, just go for stage 16, stage 17, whatever you are convenient with. As long as you are farming stage 15 or higher, you have the chance to get red gear and you get legendary gear plus legendary gear materials. So as long as you are farming stage 15 or higher, it is completely fine. So this is the team. Like you can see, it is a very smooth and easy run. Thanks to Mithrasia, she makes it just a little bit easier because she's healing a little bit more than Catherine. So when I'm using Catherine, I'm only able to farm stage 17, or at least instead of stage 17, it's more reliable. When I'm going to stage 18, it's just a little bit smoother with Mithrasia. But, well, yeah, Catherine works 100% fine. She also grants debuff immunity, and if you are using the skill timings on Catherine that I just told you to use, 11 seconds and 18 seconds, you have the debuff immunity up the whole time as well, thanks to Thia and Catherine, because they both apply debuff immunity as well, which is also very useful for this Grave of Rot boss, because he applies bad timing, because she applies these poison debuffs that deal a lot of damage if they stack up. So yeah, but I think that's it. I hope that I told everything that I want to told. If you have any further questions, feel free to comment below. Unless otherwise... What? Yeah, I'm sorry. It is very late. I'm extremely tired, but I wanted to get this video done before I go to sleep. So yeah, let me repeat it. If you have any further questions, if I forgot to mention something, feel free to comment below. Otherwise, leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.